come on here and just chat it up a little bit with you guys. It's a cold evening, almost Christmas time. Everybody's busy. Everybody's running around trying to do their last minute shopping. So I just want to come on here, just express some of my thoughts, some of the things that I've been thinking about. I hope all you dads out there are taking care of yourself, taking care of your mental health, to find the time to do the things you want to do while you're still alive. It sounds grim, but seriously, you got to take it seriously. This world is getting crazier and crazier. Every time I turn around, it just seems like people are just losing their minds out here. Losing their minds. And it worries me because let me just, no problem with it, no issues. I've been in the game for a good while. I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. And when I say it's challenging, it truly is challenging. And I look back on my past self and I say to myself, this is not how I saw myself raising my kids. If I would vicariously live through the mind I had before I had kids. If I could vicariously have that same mind that I had before kids, this would not be the way I would think I'll be raising my kids today. Because back then, it's easier to say, man, I'm gonna do this with my children. They're not gonna be on the iPad at certain times. They're not gonna do this. They're gonna go to bed every night at this time. It's so simple to say it during those moments when you're free and you can rest your head whenever you want to. It's so easy to speak that way. The minute you decide to have a child with someone, things change drastically. And it just makes me be more mindful to know that, listen, I am a parent. I'm in the moment right now, and things really do change. Like when my child had a tantrum, I remember my child had a tantrum in the supermarket, right? Had a tantrum in the supermarket. Easy to be like back in the day, your child, it's going to be easy to be like, listen, just pack them up. Let's go. Let's get out the supermarket. But in the moment, it's like, all right, I need to figure out what am I going to do with my child in this moment so I don't get embarrassed as a parent. And it's not easy as parents nowadays. We have to be able to be mindful of the moment that we're in because our kids are looking up to us. We're not going to be perfect parents, and we need to realize that. We're going to mess up. We're going to make a lot of mistakes in parenthood, right? We're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. Thank you for everyone that's joining, by the way. Love you guys. But we're going to make a lot of mistakes in this parenthood journey. But you got people out here that will judge you. I don't know if any of you guys have been judged while you've been doing your parenting. I've been judged a whole lot. And to be honest, sometimes it does hurt. It does hurt because the people that are doing the judging are the people that's closest to you sometimes. The people who have been there for you the most, they're going to be doing a lot of judgment. So there's going to be people in your parenthood journey that look at you as a parent and they may say something to your kids or around your kids that'll be extremely inappropriate. And it's like, I need myself as a parent kids, but I have to know there has to be a boundary. I have to exclude those people during those moments. And sometimes, guys, you're going to be looked at as and that's okay. That is okay. It's okay to be the villain when it comes to your kids. Because in the long run, we have to raise our children to be as independent as possible. We got to raise them to be respectful of themselves, no matter if it's a girl or boy you're raising. We got to show them. We got to show them the way because this life is going to knock them around. It's going to knock them around. Trust me when I say this. And honestly, it doesn't matter if you're raising a boy or a girl. I feel like people are raising both genders differently, and sometimes you have to, but in certain ways, I feel like they should be raised similarly. It's just horrible out here, guys, and we got to give ourselves grace as parents, because a lot of times during our parenthood journey, we get so tired, we get so fed up in the moment, and we have to understand that it's okay to be fed up in that moment. We need to take time and say, I'm gonna breathe in this moment. I'm gonna breathe. I'm going to recoup. And sometimes you got to sit in your car like I'm doing right now. Sit in the car, breathe, take it easy, and then get back to what you were doing before. Because a lot of people are not going to be there for our children like we are going to be there for our children. You got to understand that. We're going to love our children like us. That's one thing I've learned during this parenthood journey. Like I said, my children, I have two girls, and one of them is 8 and one of them is 4. And it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. I've been raising my girls with my wife, and there's been time where certain family members have come in and they've said certain things, and then it was just like, how are we gonna excuse me, they've said certain things, and I was just like, man, like we need to set boundaries. But the funny thing about boundaries is boundaries for certain individuals, then it's not going to stop them from saying something inappropriate or doing something inappropriate. There are people that your kids are be around your kids. We got to realize that adults, there are going to be people that spend time around our kids. They have no business around any kids, because these same people that's around kids, they're saying inappropriate things. They're doing inappropriate things around kids. And it's like something in their mind does not click to say, I'm around children, I should not be saying these things. Or I'm around children, I shouldn't be doing things. There are adults out here that will say, oh yeah, this person is sleeping with this person, and you're like, boundaries are important, but at the same time, you got to understand, boundaries are meant to be broken by that one person that you thought would uphold that boundary. They're meant to be broken. A boundary is just something that you want people to respect. But you got to understand, not everybody is going to respect your boundaries. There are people out here that will not respect your boundaries. And all of us as parents, we have boundaries we set up for our children, and we hope people respect it. Not everyone is going to respect the boundaries. That's the crazy part. What's up, Edgar? Thank you for joining. But this is what we got to understand. We just have to know, as parents, we are not just going to let people come into our children's lives and say anything. And I feel like once you understand that there's a boundary with my children, you have to respect it. They may not respect it in the moment, but you're going to say something to that person. You're going to correct them in that moment. Because like I said, there's people out here in this world that do not respect you or your children. And the scary part is, there's going to be situations when, for example, you're at a party and may not like you, is definitely not going to like your kids. So they try to put your children at risk for something. There are people out here like that. And if you think people won't do something to your child just because they don't like you, you think they're going to respect your child, you're sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. And that's part of reality. We got to just do our best to protect our children at the end of the day. Anyway, guys, that's something that's just been on my mind. I wish all of you guys happy holidays. Stay warm wherever you are. I'm not sure what part of the country you're watching this from. I'm in a part where it's extremely cold right now. It's about 7 degrees. But I wish all you guys a happy holidays, and thanks for watching. Till next.